Jackson Department of Engineering, Troy White. Hi, Troy.
Hey, Bart.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Going anywhere for spring break?
No.
No. You're
Nope.
you're aged out.
Yes,
Yes.
I am.
All right. We thought we were getting a jump on beautiful weather for our construction season, but then
No.
this-
But you know, we don't get fooled by this. You know, we don't start because, you know, a couple of good days, it doesn't mean a whole lot when you know what's going to be happening. So we're probably looking more at mid-April before we'll be starting construction.
It always snows in April.
It does. Yep.
And we didn't have like the real freeze. The ground didn't really.
No, the good thing is you know, sometimes when we had those really cold winters, you know, we couldn't even start till mid-May because waiting for the ground to thaw. But the ground is really never frozen. Mm-hmm. But we also know that you know, when you're out there working in the cold and the wet, I mean, they can work, but it's not very productive.
No.
You know, kind of makes a big mess. Work goes a little slower, so it's probably better to just wait till mid-April. We know it'll be drier, a little warmer, and they can get a lot done.
Would you personally work outdoors when it's cold or work outdoors when it's really hot?
I don't know. You know, I mean, being honest with you, you know, I know how hard those guys work. I honestly don't know if I could labor that hard for that long, for that many hours a week, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't relate. When I was younger, I used to spend a lot of time out in the field working with the crews outside, you know, helping problem solve, doing inspection, doing reports. You know, I'd spend my 10 or 12 hours out there in 90-degree weather, but even that's not the same as making it happen, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have a lot of respect for how hard they work and getting things done, you know.
I agree. It is hard work, whether it's cold or hot.
Yes.
Well, today we're going to look at some of the spring roadwork projects that will begin construction in, as you said, the middle of May. We're going to start with Arnold from Cooper to the east end.
Yeah, we
actually have a clip.
Right. Well, you know, when we get to mid-May, we're going to start on a package of local streets where we got to replace a lot of 4-inch water mains. The emphasis of this package, Arnold, which is one of the first ones of it, Biddle's the first one of the package, is replace these undersized water mains. They're undersized, they're old, you know, they don't provide great water quality or great water pressure. So we're going to replace them and basically make those neighborhoods a lot more reliable, a lot better water pressure. And, you know, when I say water quality, you know, it won't need to be as flushed as often. You know how we do hydrant flushing around town? You're probably used to seeing that like twice a year, but on some of these other streets, it's got to be done more often just because of the size and the rate of the corrosion. So it'll be good.
All right.
Yeah.
So people get new streets and stuff out of these?
It's a mixed bag. Some of them, like on Arnold, it's just going to be water main replacement. We're not going to be doing the street. On Biddle, it will be this street. So it just it varies by street to street. And you know, there was a process where we went through, and you know, street construction was considered on all of them, but you know, we're not doing street construction on all of them.
This one needs it though. I was on it not long ago. Yeah.
That's Biddle, and it will be getting street construction. So.
The one that is adjacent to that is Williams Street, and is that another one of the water main?
Well, it'll be getting new water main, and but we won't be doing the street there. So it's just like I said, it's a mixed bag. Some of them are getting new street, but all of them are getting new water main. Does that make sense?
I get it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you do it, but.
Yeah, so and some of them, you know, we'll be using different means to minimize the pavement disturbance. If we're not doing the entire street, you know, we'll be doing some directional drilling where we can actually drill some of the pipe into place. We'll be doing some trench construction. And then on other ones where the pavement's coming out, we are doing street construction, you know, we'll just be doing a traditional trench job where they dig it into place.
All right, well, let's go northeast way to Blakely and Elm. I think you've got a project.
Yeah, up on Blakely. That's another one of our local streets, and that one's getting the works. It's getting it's one of those streets that's got an old 1920s water main. It's got old clay sewer, so all the underground's going to get done, and then we're also going to rebuild the street. There's actually, you know, there's 2 blocks up in there. One of the blocks has never really been fully built out, you know, in terms of sidewalks haven't been built, and there's a block up there that the curb and gutter have never been built for drainage. So, be doing some catch up on that, and those two blocks of Blakely, they'll be getting the work. So they'll be everything will be brand new when we get done.
Busy streets too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Busy neighborhood.
Yep.
All right, now well, back to the southwest part of town. We've got Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge. Well, that's one of our little streets up in the Heights. It's just going to be a 1 block stretch. I don't know if you recall back in, I think it was, we started, maybe it was in 2019. We had done a lot of work on the backbone through the Heights, up and over the hill, and you know, we did part of Oak Ridge. Then we went down Grovedale into Glen, and you know, did that part through the Heights. This little piece of Oak Ridge got left behind. It didn't get selected at that time. You know, we were contacted by some of the property owners on there, kind of like, why did we get left out? And I'm like, well, you just weren't selected at that time based on the selection criteria for water main, but now we're coming back to get it. So be replacing the water main and then repaving the street.
With all those hills and everything, is the work more difficult or more expensive?
I wouldn't say more expensive, because one thing that's interesting about that neighborhood is it's really a lot simpler infrastructure in terms of, you know, the roads are narrower. We don't have sidewalks, which makes driveways a lot easier to build because you're not matching the sidewalks. So, you know, in one way, because the roads are narrower, it's more confined space, but in other ways, it's a little bit easier because they're narrower, so there's not as much road to pave. Does that make sense?
I got it. All right, and then there's some trail work, MLK Quality Trail.
Yeah, we've been, you know, this is just another phase.
This is new. This is new. Right?
What's that?
This part of the trail connecting to this park?
That's I don't know.
No.
That looks like that's up there on West Ave, you know, by the Optimist Park.
Oh, okay.
I gotta tell you, I really wasn't involved with that, so I can't speak a whole lot to it.
Let's look at that clip again. See what we're what's happening here.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah. So this was done. This is the new improved Optimist Park on West Ave.
Okay.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, I didn't really have any involvement in that one, so I
Okay.
can't tell you a whole lot about it, but I do know that's there. I mean, I see the same thing you do when I drive by. I mean, it looks like obviously new basketball court, a new location.
The old basketball court's still in function.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Until such time, you know, I think it's being set up to develop it, right?
Yeah.
Put something else
Until
in there.
we get our, I don't know, what are we gonna get there? We already have the Popeyes. What's the other one? Chick-fil-A. Rumor.
We'll see it when we get it, right?
Yeah.
We'll see it when it happens.
All right, so the trail, though, the MLK Quality Trail, you guys
Right.
did that to Prospect, right?
Well, we did. So it's basically going to be multi-phase over several years.
Okay.
And last year we did the section between West Avenue and Prospect. And then this year, in April, we're going to start another section. Basically, are you aware where the Optimist shelter is? There's like a shelter, a rest stop out there. We're going to go from there up to West Avenue.
I've solved the mystery.
Yeah.
So there's the Optimist shelter on the MLK Equality
There
Trail.
you go.
And there's the Optimist Park, which is on West Avenue.
Right.
So our
But the Optimist Park doesn't have a shelter.
no, but our
Right.
photographer saw Optimist and West Avenue and went to Optimist at West Avenue.
You know, I never really put the Optimist with West Avenue.
Me
I
either.
can see the confusion now.
Yeah.
If you, so really, we're talking about going from that Optimist shelter up to West Ave on the trail.
Now, if you've been on the trail, because you can't drive by it, there's a little shelter if it rains.
Right.
That's sponsored by
There's like
the
a little
Optimist.
shelter with a bench and a garbage can and a little sign, and it's nice.
It's nice.
But we
and,
call it the Optimist shelters because that's like the delineation point for the start of this phase of this project. And it's going to be similar to what we did last year between West and Prospect. You know, going to be cutting back the brush and the overgrowth that's kind of creeped up over the trail. The existing trail's from 1992.
Wow.
So
really?
it's
That
like
old?
an 8-inch or 8-foot wide asphalt trail that's, you know, it's 1992. It doesn't seem that old, but it is.
How many years
mean-
is that? 30?
What's that? No, I think it's closer to
30 years old?
Yeah, I guess that would
92
be.
to 02 to 02.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're going to be widening it out, building it with that concrete, 10-foot wide concrete section, and you know it's lit down there now. I don't know if you've noticed, but
I
the
have.
trail is
It's
lit.
beautiful.
So, you know, it's world class. You know.
Remember, you used to have that Jackson City Limit sign out there on the trail, and then people stole it like once every week.
Yeah. Yeah, because the city's portion of the trail extends beyond the city.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, sounds like a great lineup of projects. Lot to do. We'll let you get to it. Thanks.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy year.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Troy.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Troy White from the Department of Engineering, City of Jackson. We've got a